No matter you try to convince the worshipper of the devil, uh, of the wild beast, the worshipper of the Antichrist, no matter you try to convince them, they can't listen. Those who worship the Antichrist, the pig of earth, and those who worship the wild beast and the Taghut, that they insist calling themselves Yahweh and they insist in recognizing him as Yahweh. This is terrible, terrible. Those people who lost their way, those people who are bringing the wrath of God to humanity, not only to themselves. Those people, and this is the problem with those so-called Zionists, they are bringing the wrath to the humanity. But those, and listen to this, they are bringing the wrath of God from God to humanity, establishing the so-called Israeli state. Not like those peaceful, respectable, nice, in general, group that call themselves anti-Zionist Jew. This is their relationship with God, and they choose how to deal with Allah teaching. But all of this, I feel I'm obligated. There is someone interested to listen or not to explain to you the atmosphere that the Ismaelian lived through. Of course, you go and you talk to the intruders in 2002, in 2000, in the 90s, in 2004, in all Gulf states, and you listen to them and you try to support them because what they call for you match your demon agenda, the devil that you worship agenda. So you help them, and the devil always make you focus and concentrate on them, though they are intruders, not Ishmaelians. Please don't delete the video, please. Now, I remember all of these prophetic monk of the devil. This war against Babylon and Iraq was prophetic and prophesied in the book of the Bible, and all of this junk. And rotten group of people, monks and leaders. They read the Bible and they twist it the way the devil have made them by his deceiving methods, find it accurate because they are low-lives, trash. And it's wonder. It's a democracy, secularism. At the same time, there is some dogs, less than dogs, with the Bible. And they put their prophecies in a strange way. And I was following this, me and many Ishmaelians, not close one, Ishmaelian in Jubail Industrial College, for example. When you start invading, let's focus on Iraq. And it's unlegal war. Now this is not the case. The case is, in the college there was some teachers from England, in English mainly. I remember the first year, the second year, and English people, American, from the West and other. Mainly the West, Australia, and they always come and bother us. War in Iraq, and they try to put the stories. I understand, they are teachers and we respect them. But there is things that you can't see. Please don't delete the video. We are not talking about England and France here. We're not talking about Germany. We're not talking about German people in their class, with their classmate, talking about invasion in Iraq, in France. I'm sorry. No, we're talking about a piece of land was cut to pieces. The Ismaelian territory was cut to pieces. And in their class, please don't delete this video. Please don't delete my videos. The so-called Shiite were celebrating each bullet. This is, of course, that's why the West is helping them and deleting our rights and complaining from the reactions. So I'm not talking about a religion cooperation. I'm not talking about Italian Catholic angry for the France Catholic. No. And I'm not talking about a guy from Ashkenazia angry for his Jewish guys in Ethiopia, the Flasha. You understand me? No, I'm not. I'm talking about a particular nation like England or France, cut to pieces to Gulf states, and part of it taken to Iraq, and part of it to South. So no one have the right to come and say, why is he always talking about Saddam? Is he from Saudi Arabia? Starting from the white race. Is it from the white? That's one second. Why he even mentioning Saddam Hussein in Iraq? This guy, Tar, is he from Saudi Arabia? Why is he talking about Saudi Arabia? These people are not only arrogant, they are criminals. And their first crime is them being... I don't want to talk about them. The trash is trash. No. When I was in the college, I used to go to Ismaeles from Tamim, from Banu Hanayfa, from Shammar, who knows members of their tribe, different maybe families in the tribe. Some of them, their birth was in South Iraq or West Iraq. Some of them, his father or grandfather. His father or grandfather, one second. His father or grandfather, or he himself, his uncle. Where is his birth? In West or South Iraq. Normal Muslims from the Ismailians. And they are talking to me, and we are talking to each other. They are part of the Ismailian nation. Yes, I'm an Israelite. That's a fact. But the Ismaili and Israelis share the same cultural method. Not like the guys from Ashkenazia. Not like the guys from Flash. A guy is not Israelite. Put this in your mind. Not like the lovely, respectable Rothschild family. They are guys. Not like Gerald Kushner. He's guy. He's not Israeli. No, he is not. And others from Russia and Iran, Persian and others. So, and we are almost the same. Now, this is not the topic. And we are saying, what's happening there? He said, and they are talking about things. The so-called Shiite, who are not from the Arabian Peninsula. Again, I have no time, please don't delete this video. I have no time to explain. Yes, even here with Yasser al-Habib, this person, who is insulting our figure. He's not a native Arab. All of those surrounding him have nothing to do. They sometimes wear shimag, egal. They got nothing to do with the Ismailians. They are an enemy to the Ismailians. So if he is their kind, once they are in Saudi Arabia, they immediately go and tell the police. Or start fighting, not fighting with you, start questioning you in a way that put you in a terrible situation. Because if you increase your explanation, which means that you are not loyal to the royal family. And they liked it. I don't know how to explain how dirty some, I'm not saying all, because so many among them are just stupid. They can go and behead children, full of stupid. But some of them are a little bit smart. And they are enjoying saying, we are Saudis and this is Iraq. It's used to rule by this dictator. What about Bashar al-Assad? Bashar al-Assad is fine because he's an intruder and he's a big dog, filthy dog to the so-called Iran government, the so-called Shiite. They are fine with him. And they are saying he was a bad dictator, and they are always bothering us. And of course the Australian and New Zealand, there is some army from New Zealand, are enjoying that the Saudis, I'm discussing the Saudis because the Saudi government is with us and our correlation against the war in Iraq. What about us, the people, neglected? No rights. And this is what Trump is enjoying. Obama, they like it. The people around Obama. Bush Jr., this dirty racist, who said crusader, many times he did like the Nazi, salute, who came here and said that Her Majesty, she reminded him of a mother. Now regardless, Italy sent troops. Do you understand me? Imagine if I am taking any British, you're considering me a filthy person? Let's go and talk about any filthy British person. Come here. Imagine if I cut England to pieces. And the circumstances occurred in the same way occurred since last century in Middle East. And all of a sudden I'm an intruder in the class looking at him while there is an invasion, let's say, against London, which is, for example, a capital of a state like Iraq, and we are here in Manchester, and he's angry for his people attacked, and I am an intruder person looking at him and say, we are Mancarian, we're from Manchester, we don't care about London, I am not from here, because London have Saddam Hussein, he's the resident. Of course, we're here in one country. You understand me? The sickness that I have dealt with. being tortured. Of course, you're enjoying it. Recently, a murder, brother without a dick. You are happy with this terrible days we are living in. Wallahi, you are happy. Wallahi, as white, and everyone. I'm not talking about specific. I don't understand. Among the white are wonderful people. As racist, you are happy with this because you. I mean, I'm wondering why this. Seeing things about the so-called. They think that they are a religion. Stupid. Shh. Leave Muhammad the final messenger. Don't keep on dragging our ignorant daughters and son. Yeah. Anyway, so this is what's happening. In the Saudi Arabian Basic Industrial Corporation, a company I worked in almost 10 years, and I have dealt with a lot of shit. Like many friends who worked in Aramco, and they have complained about me. Some of them did an excellent job, raise and promotion, and some of them faced a lot of problem, and they always share one thing: dirty environment. I remember one of those people who are his birth in Sabiq. He was maybe at his very young, late or the beginning of his 50, while I am at my late 20s. 25, 26, or 28. I'm not sure. If this happened in 2006 or 2007. Definitely in the company called Sadaf. This guy almost gonna cry. He's saying, of course, the so-called Shiite are enjoying their time. He's saying to me, and I know it, talking to the Ismaelis, and he's saying, for God's sake, these people, that person, I'm not going to mention any name, and that person at the Iraqi government, and that person, they are originally not from Iraq. You understand me? Where it was his birth, I am not definitely there in a place, either in the south or in the west. And he's saying those who came from the east, Sharqawiyya, now the Americans and the west are giving them positions in Iraq. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The so-called Shiite did a lot of bad things. A person who is not a so-called Shiite, who hated the guts of me, he hated me. That's an Ismaili. He went and he assaulted this old man. Not old man, he's young, but he was older than him. How old was that guy? Older than me, 5 years or 4 years. It reached me that he said, don't stop talking about Iraq. Because it's not our country. We don't care what's happening. Either the so-called Shiite take it or whatever. Do you see? We don't care. Let them. Saddam Hussein, whatever. We are here Saudis and we have nothing to do with Iraq. Now you don't understand. If he continue, this should make the world cry. I don't know. Is he alive now or dead? And he cannot continue talking. Yeah, of course, yes. Because if he keep on talking about Saudi Arabia, there is a chance that a call, especially at that sensitive time, to the intelligence of Saudi Arabia, and all eyes on you, and you cannot say any word, you cannot even make a mistake. If you make a mistake in your telephone, they will come and approach you more and more. And you can see what's happened to my mother, for example, what happened to my brother, and how my sister, which in 2011, me and them were living the dream of Ismail, not the dream, there was a lot of problems, right? The modesty and the rules, and she was a proud girl, and I am proud. They destroyed us. 2011 to 2015. Yes, you will say that I am liar. May Allah make you in a worse situation, because al-badi adlam, or a situation like my situation. I'm not going to say worse. A situation like my situation, so that you would understand how people can be racist and be dirty, torture you in your country, in your side. Again, as an Israelite, the Holy Land is our land. It's not Netanyahu land. Khashakish b'chashush, bifshakhu, mafshuch, bifshakhu khashakish, mafshuch, Netanyahu, fashakhu, b'Netanyahu khashakish b'chashush. Not the Gohem. It's our Holy Land as Ishmaelian and as an Israelite. And the Ishmaelian territory is definitely, for historical reasons and religious reasons, it's for the Ishmaelian and Israelite who accept the truth. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the final messenger. Not a guy with his dirty Talmud which instruct him to torture children, or a so-called Christian who live in a dilemma of filthy contradiction. Shut up. Look how the devil is using you. So this anger is not easy to deal with. The only way, if I am not a human being, the only way that I will recycle it is to have a knife and kill all those who have anything to do with it, like sheep. I think listen to me, don't delete this video. But of course I am a human being. And I believe that there is no God but Allah, the most merciful, and Muhammad is final messenger. This torturing us, killing us, raping us, being absolutely working on a... Shh! Please don't delete my video. Working out in a racial discrimination, and we are dealing with these agents. The Saudi House, George Bush Jr. Department, Iraqi new government, democracy. We got him. It's cool. We got him, Saddam Hussein. It's cool. We got him. We got you, Hussein. All those soldiers who died in Iraq, among those invaders, are in hellfire, and no mercy on them. Allahumma ameen. I ask him, God Almighty, you are a bad people. Afghanistan is a different scenario, though you are behind it. The Russian government, starting from the Russian and you, should pay what? Compensation and reimbursement to the Sunni, who dealt with a lot of problems there. Starting from... Okay, I'm talking about Iraq. The so-called Israelis, wow, empowering the so-called Shiite. You are neglecting the facts and the truth about this region, about this area. It's just because it's the divine plan, it's God's will. The devil, as an intruder, have used you to take advantage of what created America. The devil, by the intruders, Kayd Dhaif, have created, make the interest at the hand of those who worship him. Either if they don't believe that Satan has existed in America and in the West. And now, when was the date of birth? The dirty date of birth of George Bush Jr. and the party that he represents as a puppet? When? They are a result, high school, college, some of them are so-called Israelis, Zionists, we are Zionists, the people of the God, Holy Land, goy. Never we used to call Palestinian, it is Israel, this map is Israel, no. May you be cursed and destroyed, I mean. And the other, Father, Holy Son, prophetic, Babylon the Great, and this is Nebuchadnezzar, is the Holy Land, working with things that happened at the time of Daniel, prophesied by peace be upon him, Daniel, and accurate. You're messing around, because that's why you don't understand, you're not great. You didn't create this great power, which is a dark machine, filthy dark machine, satanic machine. No, you're a puppet of the devil to do exactly what he wants. In this video, I have explained to you a small thing about the pain, I remember it now, that I have faced. There is a lot of aspects of it, but the test, and the test of a disgusting racial discrimination from someone who do not belong here, messing around and taking advantage of the change happening. You understand me? The agents, the Saudi House, the Gulf states, we cannot speak. The media, everything is changing against us. Poverty is a different case. In the company, when by hardness, alhamdulillah, I was an employee there, alhamdulillah, it helped me a little bit economically, though it's all lost right now, but whatever. And the racial discrimination from people. This person who assaulted in the company, he hated me, and I wanted him to start it again, but he didn't. Indirectly, I would teach him. He always just, if he see me staying, I used to smoke. If he see me in the smoking area, this guy who said, this is Iraq, it's not Saudi Arabia. You're not from what's called Saudi Arabia. You're not from the Gulf State. You're not from the Ismaelan territory. Why you are living the Sykes-Picot, cutting us to pieces, the pieces the Sykes-Picot? Why you want to live and to impose? So now, if I am from the nation of Ismaelians, and a member of the nation, even the same tribe, even an Israelite, not a so-called Israel, in Kuwait, this means that he's a Kuwaiti and I am Saudi. You didn't test this? No. I mean, look at Germany. Divided then, still Russia, there is similarity. You won't accept this if it's happening in France. Muslims didn't do this. Muslim, when they liberate a place, and people start accepting Islam, it's all called France, all called Andalusia. There is some cuts when the people themselves accept to cut it. Yeah, Egypt is Egypt. Sham is Sham. Iraq is Iraq. Persia is Persia. And now we are cut. Things happened last century, and we are dealing with those demons who know the truth. It suits them to steal from you and to impose. They are dirty. You don't understand this. They are not normal racist. I mean, I can be an Ishmael. I can be, for example, a real Israeli saying, "Get out of the Holy Land, you demon guys. Get out." First of all, based on the faith, you shouldn't have a Jewish state. And this is not a Jewish state. It have nothing to do even with what you relate yourself to, and have nothing to do with Judaism. It's a corruption of the devil, which you worship. And you're not Israelis. Get out. Well, yes, there must be some racial discrimination in a level that is not creating unjust. This Holy Land is ours. You guys! See, no, it's not. It is a filthy racism, like the racism of someone coming from Ashkenazia or Flasha, or coming from Russia and saying, "We're back to the Holy Land, we understand me?" and killing the natives there, or persecuting them, and creating reaction. Like Shimon Peres. Why do they fire rockets? May he be cursed. May he be punished. تقول عنكبوت. When he died, I saw him. Something opened and I saw him, and Allah is my witness. مثل العنكبوت. مثل العنكبوت. بعد والله على ما أقول شهيد. شبكة تتسكر وكذا. الله لا يجعلك برحمة. يبقى القرين الوساخة. لا يجعلكم جهنم. Do not delete this video, please. It's dirty racism. And in Gulf states, in Iraq right now, those Easterners who come from the East, persecuting the British man. So don't come to me and say, I even dealt with someone, he said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "From Iraq." And then he came to me again and he said, "Where are you?" Someone else came and asked me, "Where are you from?" Because we're dealing with those asylum seekers. The first I said to him, "I'm from Iraq." And the second I said to him, "From Yemen." And then he said to me, "Come on, why you are saying Iraq is a..." It's not like England and Ireland or Scotland and France and Germany. No. It was tortured by you. It became Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Emirate, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Iraq. I'm talking about the Ismaelis territory now. It's not a religious thing. The Ismaelis was persecuted, killed, tortured. Why in Iraq? Why are you doing this to us? So I have dealt on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. I understand there is a lot of Ismaelis, either because of their age or because they're just betrayers. I mean, you see model and things like that. Their right is raped and they are fine with it because they don't deserve to be called human. They are fine with it. I know it's not fine with me. I'm a free man. I have a free spirit. I'm not a slave. Yet not a terrorist. I say no to terror. You're creating terror. You'll be destroyed. So I'm explaining to you in the media, people, even at the college, imagine this, in the company, and we cannot speak. Agents, ruthless, showing no respect, people who have no roots, and you're enjoying the lie. You're enjoying the lie. You're enjoying empowering the intruders. Please don't delete this video. It's explaining how terror is created. It's explaining what the Ismailian are facing. It is explaining the facts about Middle East. Look at the other videos. Look how they assault themselves by criticizing the word of God that was renewed by the final messenger. How they assault themselves by criticizing, "May you be cursed and destroyed." You create terror and then you assault Quran. You create terror and then you assault Muhammad. You create terror and racism and slavery and then you have a problem. You don't know how criminal you are. No, you don't. Wallahi, you don't know. And some of you have a test of how criminal and racist you are, especially here in your Midwest. But you enjoy it. Wallahi, you enjoy it. You enjoy this racism. white superiority and things like that. I'm not going to talk about other races. Who's messing around with us? Who's allowing even some Africans to empower the lies about Muhammad and talk about slavery and forget what happened to them even at the ocean? And forget what's happening between the Africans themselves. I have dealt, wallahi, Allah is my witness, I have dealt with Africans who came from South Africa, okay, and they said to me, don't go there. I understand, it's a nice country, don't go there. I said, why? You're an African. He said, man, they killed a family member. Why? Because they're racist. They don't want us. I want to start killing, persecuting each other. Go and fix yourself. The so-called Hindus and the so-called Buddhists. The Eastern, the so-called Shiite. You can't see, no you can't. So I am here in this video explaining to you what I am facing on daily, what I used to face daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. I'm a human being and I have right to speak. I'm a good person. But you're fucked us right now. I'm talking about myself. I'm fucked. I want the right to say, don't take me to jail for no reason. Don't empower the so-called Shiite. The so-called Shiite are just fine. It's us who are persecuted. They call it the northern regions of Saudi Arabia. Look what happened by the government there. They neglected it. They just neglected these areas and places. I'm not going to talk about this. You cannot understand the pain of others unless you live it. Unless you live it. I ask him so that you would live it. With your family, with your husband, with your wife, with your children, with your grandchildren, with the family members, with your neighbors, whatever. In your work, in your health, I want you to feel it. Because I don't deserve it. Starting from the West, I understand other nations are taking advantage. May they be destroyed as well. Dark groups among them. And the good ones, they shouldn't be even afraid or angry with what I'm saying. Why did you kill Saddam Hussein? Why did you kill Saddam Hussein? It's an easy question. Why did you go to Iraq? Why the United States of America went to Iraq? The man didn't shot you with one bullet. He was there. He had nothing to do with Al-Qaeda, which you created. He have nothing to do with Taliban, which Afghanistan and you have created. And they are good, they are lovely comparing to you. It's a normal reaction result. The so-called Israelis, the Palestinians have ran away to Iraq. Why? Why the people in Gaza should run away from their country? If you ask each one of them, where are you from? I am from Tel Aviv. Where are you from? I am from Jerusalem. Where are you from? I am from Syria. Where are you? Why you're here? Because the so-called Israelis have persecuted us and killed us and created massacres, those guys. Why are you doing this? Maybe peace on planet Earth. Maybe peace, peace, all what we need. May you be in destruction and ban, starting with these two church groups, so-called Christians and Jews. Here al-Alamin, and all dark groups, of course, even the atheist ones. So you fuck our nation there, you fuck our life. What is the thing that I was going to say? Yes, please don't delete this video. Thank you very much.